looking for an escape or just something to uplift your day, nothing beats a few minutes spent in a good book. So today we're turning to a mama who loves nothing more than to offer up great reading recommendations. Kim Christenson, right? Christenson?
That's it.
Is the woman behind the website Talk Wordy to Me. So clever. I like that.
Thank
Talk
you.
Wordy to Me. She dishes about everything from motherhood to traveling and also, of course, books. In fact, she has compiled a list of the top 10 books for moms. So what do you think makes a good mom read?
Oh man, it depends on your mood. It either has to take you out of the woes of motherhood.
Yes.
And it's an escape read.
It can't have the word diaper in it, basically.
No, no, we don't want to read about diapers. No, or it has to teach you something about how to become a better mom or a better person, which translates into being a better mom.
I like that. It has to be worthwhile, right? A worthwhile escape. And you put some thought into this list, and as I was looking over it, it seemed like a good mix of different genres, different types of books.
Yeah, we've got 5 nonfiction and 5 fiction.
All right, let's jump in. What's first?
Okay, so number 1 is The Forgotten Garden. Now, I was reading this, I got bored and put it down, and then someone had asked what I was reading, and they since picked it up and said, "Thank you for telling me about that book. It's my favorite." So I had to go back to it.
You had to revisit.
And it became my favorite book.
So give it some time then.
Give it some time. You never judge a book by its first 50 pages.
Can you describe it for us briefly?
Oh, yeah, it's just a beautifully woven tale of mystery and romance and intrigue. It's beautiful.
Okay, all right. Jane Eyre?
Jane Eyre, so that's my favorite classic. Yes, Jane Eyre. So she is such an amazing character, and she's just strong despite being an orphan and a really hard childhood. And the romance in it, going back to that romance, you've got to have it.
Can't beat it.
It's so good.
What do you like about the book Present Over Perfect?
Present Over Perfect is just a breath of fresh air for moms, and it just helps you realign your priorities and focus on what's most important and quiet the noise. We live in such an age of distraction and noise, so it helps you get back to what you want and what's most important. And her writing style isn't like didactic. She's not going to sound self-righteous. She's just very easy to read and comforting.
This is a nonfiction, I assume.
Nonfiction.
All right. This is by, I noticed, Elizabeth Gilbert. Is that Little House on the Prairie, Elizabeth Gilbert?
No, this one is Eat, Pray, Love. You may have heard of that.
Oh, yes, thank you.
This is a totally different book than that one.
Okay.
So this one I love, because typically you wouldn't think of it as a mom book, but I'm so big on moms chasing their dreams and not letting go of them just because they're moms, right? And so this book calls out the dreamer in all of us and just helps you chase those dreams and take that first step and overcome your insecurities and fears.
The cover feels inspiring.
Oh, it is.
And creatively charging.
Right?
All right, this book is among the stack on my nightstand that is collecting dust that I need to get to at some point, but The Nightingale.
The Nightingale is probably the most moving fiction I've ever read.
Really?
Yeah. I love World War II stories, and she just weaves this story based on some truth, you know, of World War II, and these sisters that go through it together, and it's just, I can't even, I want to cry just talking about it. You need to read it.
Everybody who describes it or recommended it to me, and the list was long, just chills. They just get chills and they talk about it and describe it and relive it.
You will cry reading that book, but it leaves you thinking about it long after you shut it in a good way.
Love it.
It's a must
Okay,
read.
I'm getting to it. With that added recommendation, this is the month. What's next?
Caraval is a new book, and this is by Stephanie Garber. It's just one of those purely fun, spellbinding stories that's really clever, and it's a quick read, and it's just going to take you out of your world of hard motherhood and take you into a fun, magical world.
Who's the heroine in this one? Who's the lead character?
The heroine is Scarlett, and she's an amazing one. She's a good character, and just it's unexpected. There's plot twists and things that you don't expect, so it keeps you reading.
Is it one you can pick up, pick down easily, or is it a commitment read?
No, it's good. You'll probably commit to it because it's fun, so you'll probably want to keep reading it, but you could put it down.
All right, I read this book actually years ago at the recommendation of Mary Kay Huntsman, our state's former First Lady. This was her, she said, all-time favorite book, so I picked it up. Gift from the Sea made your list as well.
Oh, yes. I think it should make every woman's list. So this was written in the 50s, but it's amazing because it applies so I just relate to it right now. I think every mom would. Like the things that she talks about. It is deeper, but again, it's a quick read. It's short, and she wrote it. She took a vacation from her 5 kids, which sounds nice, right? And she went to the beach, and she just used inspiration from the beach and being alone and having that quiet to teach others how to be more present in their lives and to make room for contemplation and creativity.
It definitely prompts that reflection, right?
Definitely.
All right, what's this next one?
Essentialism. This one is awesome.
I feel the
have it-
excitement in your voice.
Oh yeah, it's so good because I'm actually not even done with it, and I
Oh.
already put it on the list.
It's already made it.
Yes.
Okay.
And I recommend listening to it, even with a spouse, because it's something that I feel like every person needs to read.
What's behind it then?
But essentialism is not just another way of thinking to add to your list. It's like, okay, now it's this new idea that's weird. It makes sense. And it's all about just clearing out your life to the things that are most essential.
So it's kind of a concept?
Kind of like a minimalism, yeah. But it's more, it makes even more sense. It's not just about stuff, it's about the things you say yes and no to.
Oh.
So you say no to more things, even if they're good things, to make more room for the good things.
I like the challenge
in
to
your life.
approach it as a partnership, even a husband
Yes.
and wife read or
Yes.
listen to. Eden Brooke is another one on my nightstand.
She is a local author, and
Yes.
I love that. And it's another one of those reads that just takes you out of your life and makes you want to go twirl in a Jane Austen dress in the nearest orchard.
Set in what era?
Yeah, it's set in the, Jane Austen time, Regency. So it's a clean Regency romance. Even daughters can read this, and it's so fun.
So appropriate for teenage girls?
Totally appropriate for teenage girls.
Nice. And
Yes.
this last one getting big buzz the last year, especially among female
Yes.
circles, Daring Greatly by Brene Brown.
Yes, and the reason I recommend it for moms is because it talks all about shame and vulnerability and teaches you to embrace your imperfections and vulnerability. And that helps with kids. It helps because we shouldn't parent with shame. And it talks just about approaching parenting and life in a wholehearted way.
I've seen this book quoted, I think, more than any other book the last year on websites, right, in conversation circles. So that needs to be on my nightstand. You've added a lot of great titles to our reading to-do list, and you're always sharing recommendations on your website. Where can we find you?
TalkingWordy.com.
Talking Wordy. Kim, great to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank
We'll put a
you.
link on our website, too, to make it easy, studio5.ksl.com.